Yeah, here in Victoria, or sorry, in BC, we've seen a lot of changes. In fact, just this week, Mark Emery's prosecutor, John McKay, from the United States, has turned the other cheek, and he was with Jody Emery. I was just talking to Jody yesterday, and she's just so surprised and happy that the prosecutor that sent Mark Emery to jail is today arguing that we need to legalize pot and stop wasting our time on people like Mark. And so Mark unfortunately is in jail today, but our thoughts are with him because he's really put his life on the line here for this plant and deserves some respect for that. But he's really helped, again, turn people like John McKay to our side. And so more and more politicians are speaking out. But many of us don't believe it'll happen even here in Canada. We think it's other political forces that will make the change. In fact, just a few weeks ago, 31 out of the 33 presidents and premiers of the Americas stated that they needed to start legalizing drugs. Not just cannabis, but that the war on drugs is a failure, which Harper agreed to. But Stephen Harper and President Obama were the only two presidents that basically didn't agree with legalizing pot. And that's a trend happening around the world. The Harper government is quite out of step with what communities think about this issue and what others in other political states think as well. And so at the same time, though, the Harper government is in full control here. And they've just brought into the effect their mandatory minimums. They're not fully in effect yet, but they're waiting to be brought into law. And they're very scary. They include 6 months for growing as few as 6 plants. If they're with the possession for the purpose of trafficking has to be added. It's there's some confusion. It's not just having 6 plants, but it has to be for the possession for the purpose of trafficking. But that can be spread quite thin. Sharing is trafficking. I've been convicted of sharing a joint. I've been convicted of sharing cookies. In fact, just this week, the London police in Toronto, or in Ontario, said that they warned the public about the 420 coming up, that smoking pot is illegal and sharing is trafficking. And so the police do have a lot more power to arrest and throw people in jail. And it's 18 months for hash, 18 months for cookies. There's a very scary set of laws that are now being brought into effect here. And there doesn't seem to be anything we can do except to rely upon the courts. And that's something I've certainly learned to do. While I've been convicted a couple times of sharing pot and cookies with my friends, I've been able to use the Charter of Rights in the courts to protect medical cannabis users and their right, and medical cannabis providers like myself. And so Hempology started over 16 years ago here, actually in Vancouver, and I moved over here. And we've been doing it now for 16 years. One of the first things I did was start up the Cannabis Buyers Club of Canada, because it was obvious to me, A, we needed to change the law, but B, we couldn't wait for people with cancer and hepatitis C. We needed to get them medicine now. And so that's why I started up the club back then. One of the other really important things I learned right away was the benefits of eating or topically applying cannabis. And we're still just on the cusp of learning about it, but certainly I've seen through members of my club the benefits that it can have, and it's really amazing how eating cannabis in particular can turn people's health around and get them off prescription drugs or cut down their use and improve their health. And so we've gone out of our way to provide the best products we can. We now have 30 different food and skin products that we sell at our club. I started Hempology and this work essentially living in a van 16 years ago. Got a pager and a pamphlet, and it's grown from there. The Buyers Club now has about 3,900 members. I have a staff of about 13. If you count all the growers and suppliers, I'm employing about 50 people in the cannabis industry right now. It's really amazing work that we do. And it's a challenge, though, at times. The store's been through 4 police raids. It was back in 2002, 2003, so it's been a little while now. But we've beaten every single charge that was laid against us. But we had a new challenge a couple of years ago. My bakery was raided. My friend Owen Smith, who's probably kicking a ball around here somewhere right now, was charged with trafficking in THC for making the cookies and the skin products. which is really sad because you can buy synthetic THC made by a drug company at $8 a pill. But people that have Health Canada cards, until last week at least, weren't allowed to actually make their own cookies or skin products or hashish or honey oil. If they made any extraction at all with their plant until last week, they could have been charged with a crime. But I'm happy to say that our lawyer Kirk Tusaw and our expert witness Dr. David Pate were able to convince Justice Johnson this year that the laws are unconstitutional. And so this past Friday, just a week ago, the judge here in the Supreme Court of BC ruled that the MMAR, the Medical Marijuana Access Regulations, were unconstitutional because they didn't allow for people to make their own medicines, essentially. And so he attempted to change the regulations in order to allow people to do that. And at the same time, though, ironically, he decided that we would still proceed with the jury trial. And he decided it was in the public interest. We assume because our club sells to people that don't have Health Canada cards, our club sells cannabis to people that have a proof of a chronic pain issue, a permanent physical disability or disease. And so, that in the eyes of the court is to the public, right? And so he decided we should still proceed. But honestly, it's a really interesting position now the government's in, because the government can't appeal this decision yet because there isn't a conclusion. This decision that the laws were unconstitutional occurred in what's called a voir dire, which is a sort of trial within a trial, and a pause almost. And so until there's actually a conviction by a jury, they can't proceed with an appeal. So the laws are really like struck down, and they can't come up with any rules about the amounts that people can be in possession of. But at the same time, they can't even appeal that decision unless they cooperate and end up dropping the charges. And if a stay of proceedings is entered and Owen's let off the hook, then we can proceed with the appeal, which would be just fine with us because we've won the constitutional issues, which were the main battle. So we're really happy with that. Again, we have a copy of our newspaper. We just printed it off this week, the Cannabis Digest. In fact, we have our old issues here as well, so feel free to grab them. They're all different with the articles in them, and it's something that is obviously online as well. We have several web pages. You can read about Hempology and its activities and what's happening around the world. Hell, I'm even on Facebook these days, so you can check us out online if you want to do that. But the print copy is good for a few reasons, in part because it's also a coloring contest. We have probably the best front cover ever. If you check out the front cover of this issue, it's actually the Queen's seal. If you go into the courtrooms, you see this lion and a unicorn behind the judges. Well, we've actually made it up to look all pretty and full of pots. So it's a really beautiful front cover, our best one yet. Our friend Gary Windle, who works over at the Seed Bank. If you didn't know, we have a seed bank here in town. We're so damn lucky. So Gary's working over there selling seeds and doing art all the time. So thanks for that. But yeah, I didn't bring many of my bag of tricks. I got all sorts of stuff that I like to do show and tell stuff with. It's kind of minimal today. I do have copies of my lecture series here, though. You got to pay $3 for it. But I teach a free lecture series with Hempology 101 at the University of Victoria. This semester was off because I was in court so much, but it's back in September again. In fact, this year we're going to expand and improve it, and it's going to be from 3 to 4 every Wednesday. Well, actually there's 22 classes and there's 420s the whole year, so it's not every week, but we do 11 each semester. And this year we've actually got Cinecenta booked, the movie theater. And so we're going to play video and movie for an hour between 3 and 4 each week, and I'll do some lecturing, and then we go outside for 420. But if you haven't heard about it, the University of Victoria Hempology 101 Club is the largest and most popular student club on campus. It's a heck of a lot of fun. I've seen a bunch of them up here, so representing. But yeah, it's great being up there every week, and it's been a bit of a battle this year. Our 420 actually got moved because of a new smoking policy, and so we got moved from the center of campus to near the student union building. But at the end of March, we actually had a referendum that, the end of February, and the students, it was close, voted though 52% in favor of moving the 420 circles back to the center of campus. And so now we're using that vote to get the administration to give us an exemption to the smoking policies. So that's something that hopefully will happen next year. But 420 is happening up there one way or another. And Hempology is expanding even beyond that. In the past couple years, we've expanded first to Nanaimo at Vancouver Island University, and then to UBC. And this year we had 3 conventions. It was the first year. We've done like 13 now at UVic, where I get different guest speakers, a couple from Vancouver usually, and people to come and talk about cannabis. And the highlight for me up at UVic this year was Blake Hunter with Good Seed Hemp. He sells hemp that his family grows in Saskatchewan. In fact, I'm holding hemp insulation here right now. It's from Nepal, actually. We don't make it here in Canada, sadly enough. But I love hemp. I am a hemp nut. I eat hemp all the time. I wear hemp. I can't find my hemp shoes, damn it, but everything else I'm wearing is hemp. But certainly hemp is the most important, and cannabis, the most important plant in the world. We could be growing our own fuels, our own foods. Farmers don't need to be paying petrochemical companies for energy at all. They have all the energy they need if they grow the right crops and produce the right facilities. And we need to bring this plant back to our farming communities to revive the agricultural life that once thrived in Canada and throughout the world. And this plant's going to do it. It's going to make us healthier. The hemp seed contains all the essential fatty acids and amino acids that you need to sustain yourself. It's the healthiest food on the planet, and I'm out to prove it. In fact, one of the things I've got to go about to prove it is a group called Team 420. And I see the signs around. A bunch of my friends from Team 420 are here. We got it going a few years ago to play dodgeball. We enter into the dodgeball tournament here to Save On Foods every year. And so last year we decided to take it further. So now Team 420 actually plays dodgeball twice a week. We gather at 420. That's when we play Team 420, right? So 420 at the courthouse on Thursdays, and Tuesdays at the school at Blanchard Courts over sort of Hillside and Quadra area. And then we play soccer on Saturdays at the Blanchard Courts as well. And we want to get into all sorts of sports, and I'm going to prove that you can eat and smoke a ton of cannabis and still be healthier and more active than most people. In fact, a week from Sunday, I'm going to the Times Columnist 10K in Herb, that 12-foot tall, 8-foot wide pot leaf costume. Last year I did the 10K in an hour and 6 minutes, and that included doing bong hits on Dallas Road. I have some friends that do a bong hit station for me. This year I'm going to do it in an hour, folks, so you got to get up early if you want to come watch. But please come check it out again. The TC 10K, I'm going to do it in Herb this year again. So that's a lot of fun. Now, it's 4:19, folks, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an idea what's happening here. When I see 420 happen, I'm going to give you a countdown to 10. And then when we get to 10, you'll give it a big cheer. And then I also like to go through a little routine here where I ask for a 4, a 2, and a 0, and ask what you got, and then you'll yell 420 as loud as you can. Oh, and the prize finally got here, right on. We got prizes for the best costume as well. I see a couple costumes here, so got our second prize. Thanks, guys. And we'll get to that here in just a second, because 420 is coming. Oh, I can't run over there. I gotta do this, buddy. So, again, thanks everybody for coming out. Thank you, Mother Nature, for the sun. Okay, everybody. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 420! here. I gotta do. Okay, everybody, give me a 4. Give me a 2. Give me a 0. What do you got? Right on. Thank you very much, everybody. So I'm feeling like we should get our costume contest going on. So I saw a weed woman back there earlier. Are there any more costumes in the back? We got some beautiful prizes here. Oh. Where'd that bone go? Yeah, get her out. Okay, so you guys got 2 right on. We got cool. Pardon? Okay, cool. Well, we got 1 contestant. I know we had a couple more. Where'd that one guy go? He was all done up. There he is. He's got to get over here. Okay, there she is. Okay, what's this guy doing? Okay, put down the duty, buddy. You got up here. We're doing the costume contest. But you don't want to cooperate at all because you're a zombie? You can't. That's playing the part. Okay, oh, and we got the pot ninjas showing up here. Right. There they go.
I'm still a Canadian.
Okay, so but you're trying to go in the contest?
I can't even get out of it myself. I'm telling you the truth.
I don't. Okay, so you're getting in the contest as a pothead, are you? No?
Right now, we're not in.
You're not in. Okay. Okay, so we got 4 contestants. Alrighty then.
How many more do you need? Just
So.
9?
No, we're 6. Okay. So I'm going to, gee, I got a handful of prizes, but anyway, I'm going to start down at this end here and work my way along and introduce our contestants. And the way I like to work the prizes or the contest is you folks are the judges, so you let me know by cheering. So we'll go and introduce all the contestants and then give it a cheer for the one that you think is got the best costume here. So we'll start first with, what's your name?
Weed woman.
Weed woman. Okay.
I don't gotcha! Hooray!
Right on, Weed woman. Well, thanks for coming out, Weed woman. So, and did you have a costume name?
Yes. Blueberry Kush, everybody. Put your hands up. Doesn't get better than this.
Right on. So, okay, now we'll do the cheers in a second here. I'm just introducing everybody first. So, sorry, I didn't mean to get you all worked up with cheering here. I'm just introducing our contestants. So, did you have a name for your costume here? What's your costume?
Goddamn happy.
Okay. Goddamn happy here is our 3rd contestant. Right on. And did you have a costume name here yourself? Doom Kush. Doom Kush? Doom Kush. Okay, Doom Kush. I got it. Right on. And do you have a costume?
Yes, I'm just the stone goddess and forgot half my costume, so.
Okay, the stone goddess. Right on. Whoa, sorry about that. Okay, so those are our 5 contestants, and we got some beautiful prizes. We got a gravity bong and a grinder from Trippies, and I got this beautiful pipe here. I should get a better hold of it. This beautiful bong bubbler from Sacred Herb. So again, the way that we do this is I'm going to introduce each one of our contestants here, and then I'm going to give a countdown of 3, and at the end of the countdown, you guys give your cheer all together at once here. So all those that think that Weed Woman should get it this year, please give her a cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, That's going to be tough to beat, but right on. Good costume. So it's Blueberry Kush, right? All those that think that Blueberry Kush should get the prizes this year, please give her a cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, there's still 3 prizes, so you're probably going to be getting something here. We'll see. We'll see if Goddamn Happy does all right. All those that think that Goddamn Happy should get a prize, please give them a cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, that was goddamn hilarious. All right. So, I saw you around the corner. Okay, we got a late entry here. But we'll let you in. We'll let you in, buddy. We'll get you in a minute here. But the next contestant is Doom Kush. All those that think that Doom Kush should get it, please give him a cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, just weren't too loud there. Sorry, buddy, but we'll see how it goes here. So now we got the Stoned Goddess. All those that think the Stoned Goddess should get it, please give her a cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, she's having fun anyway, but thanks for getting in the contest here. And sorry, pardon? What? Jughead. Oh shit, okay. Okay, our final contestant is Jughead. A late entry here, but all those that think that Jughead should get a prize here for his costume, please give him a cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh jeez, you guys are making it tough for me. Okay. Weed Woman won. I can tell you that right here. So, congratulations. I don't know which prize that you want. That one. Right on. Actually, here, don't run away just yet. Oh. Shit. I should have more of these. You guys all get one of these. No, there's nothing to smoke here, buddy. Shit, I got one more of these. Or wait, here, I'll get you one. Okay, so yeah, I think Blueberry Kush was second. So you want the gravity bong? There you go. Congratulations. I'm not too sure about fourth though. Really, like it's kind of a tie. So you guys win. Actually, yeah, you think that was okay? I think it was our zigzag man here at the end, so congratulations. So thanks everybody for getting in the contest. Hope you enjoy your little booklet there and have a fun day. Congratulations. Right on. So Hempology 101 does a lot of things to educate the public about cannabis and prohibition. And we have a lot of fun too. And so next week, in fact, one of the funnest things I do is about to kick off. We used to meet every single Wednesday night in Victoria, every night at 7 o'clock, or every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. For over 12 years, Hempology gathered. We did all sorts of fun stuff around town, and then I had to end the meetings because it just got too much trouble for me. But before we quit, we got a game show going called Reach for the Pod. And it's a really fun game, and I get 2 teams of 4. We have 10 chances to get points, and most of them are trivia questions, and I give out prizes to the winning team. In fact, about 7 years ago, I got a tournament together where I got 8 teams with 32 of my best friends and different players, and we made up quarterfinals and semis and a final, and I give trophy bongs to the winning 4 players on the team, and we've done that for 7 years now. In fact, next Wednesday night, Hempology 101 is back in Beacon Hill Park at 7 o'clock by the band shell playing Reach for the Pod again. And so it's something I'm really looking forward to. The first couple weeks will be drop-in game shows, so the first 8 people that show up to play are going to get in. But soon after that, the tournament's going to get up and running, and we're really looking forward to it. And so I guess another thing I should have mentioned, today's a really special day for us here in some ways because after like 16 years of work, we actually finally got a web page together for Hempology that sells our stickers and buttons and t-shirts and stuff. So you can see I got a collection of stuff up at the front here, but we got a lot more to come. And so just today at noon we got our online store going. But our next product that I'm really excited about is the textbook for Hempology 101. I've been working on it now for 17 years. It gets into the ancient history of cannabis. I'm really quite fascinated about the ancient uses of hemp. It's the oldest agricultural plant known to humanity. In fact, the reason it's so good for us, I think the hemp seed as food and the plant as medicine, is because we've been consuming cannabis for millions of years. It really made us who we are. And it's only the last couple thousand years that we haven't been consuming it as much as we used to. And so I love talking about the ancient history of hash and how much it was important in ancient trade and the Egyptians and various cultures and how they used cannabis. But the history of hemp is also very fascinating and important to me as well. And so I teach what I can about using hemp as well and hope that it becomes revived as it should be. And so I talk about the medical uses, obviously. I run a cannabis buyers club and talk about not only the politics of medical marijuana, but the benefits of it and the legal movements that are occurring with medical marijuana as well. And so my textbook's going to be out shortly in a couple of months, and we're going to be touring around Canada with that. And so, again, if you want to read more about Hempology, we got a bunch of newspapers out here that gives lots of information about what we're doing, the different events we're having. The next major event we're doing is on Canada Day. We hotbox the front steps of the courthouse on Canada Day every year. It's a heck of a lot of fun. And we actually put curtains on either side of the stairs there, and we can hotbox about 100 people there. So 420 on Canada Day is, again, the sort of next big event that we have. But we have events and gatherings throughout the year. We actually also hotbox the courthouse on Halloween. I give out bongs and prizes on Halloween as well for the best costume, obviously. And we also have a few of what we call the Hempology 101 meetings left, because again, we used to do it every week. And so we have an annual march to the ledge that we do in September, the first Wednesday of September. We actually gather here at 7, and then we march to the legislature, and we take a postcard. You can see some postcard pictures of that. And we also do what we call cannabis caroling the Wednesday before Christmas. We have a bunch of pot songs. We have a little booklet here you can buy of things like Rudolph the Red-Haired Outdoor and other cannabis songs. So we go and sing our cannabis carols, and we actually hotbox the front steps of City Hall for Christmas every year. It's a lot of fun. We have a way we put curtains up in this little alcove off Douglas Street. So yeah, we have all sorts of things that we do here in Victoria, but we're really excited to be expanding, especially with Hempology. I mentioned the 3 clubs we have here in British Columbia. We now have a club at Mount Allison University in New Brunswick, and with the launching of my textbook, we really hope to have Hempology happening in more cities across Canada, so that not just events like this, but all sorts of other things, movie nights and all sorts of other events can get together. And so we're really excited to see Hempology expand. Again, if you want to read more about our work, it's in the Cannabis Digest here. I don't know how much more there is to say, folks. It's been a wonderful day. Really, 420 isn't about politics or me ranting and raving. It's a day of celebration of this herb and our lives together. And so I'm going to wrap it up here pretty quickly. But I would just like to thank everybody for coming out. We've tried every year to leave this place as clean as it was, if not better than when we showed up. So we're going to go around in a bit here with some garbage bags and help clean up. So if you can give us a hand towards the end, please. We don't want to look like we're dirty potheads, that's for sure. And other than that, just help out in any way you can. But again, thanks everybody for being here today. It's been a beautiful day. Thanks for coming out. Have a great day and smoke them if you got them.